Right lads, welcome back to the Guinness Guru show, episode 5. If you're enjoying it so far, do us a solid, yeah. If you're watching it on YouTube, give it a big fat thumbs up. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast, just give it a 5-star rating, even if you think it's absolute dog shit. You don't think that. Give it a 5-star rating, helps send it out into the atmosphere, into the universe. Before we get stuck into the pints, lads, I want to give a shout out to a brand new sponsor. You're going to want to hear this, lads. This episode is sponsored by the lads over at the Savage Brew. The Savage Brew is a 100% Irish owned, independent provider of craft beer dispensers, home bar storage solutions, and a range of home gadget and cool entertainment offerings. They brought one of their kegerators to me and I tried it out. So you can have a pint at home, you can impress your friends for less than €3 a pint, pretty much half the price of a pub. The kegs last about 6 weeks. You can move them, give them to your friends, take them back. Great for parties, getting the lads over, having a heap of pints at home. And it should last you for years after you buy it. You're talking 3 kegs and you've made your investment back. It's easy to set up. The lads have videos with a step-by-step process on how to get it all going. And I tried it myself, lads, and genuinely the pint was proper decent. So go to theSavageBrew.ie, lads. You can get 5% off with the code GURU5. Shout out to the Savage Brew. Now sit back, relax and watch 2 hilarious fellas going toe to toe.
Yeah,
that's running, yeah.
Okay, cool.
X marks the spot.
Good luck, mate. I'm in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. My biggest fan has finally got his big day out with the Guinness Guru, James Haskell. I'm not going to suck your cock too much, but I have to be honest.
Maybe after a couple of Guinnesses. Anything can happen.
I genuinely am a massive fan of this fella, and when I started doing this podcast or whatever, Guinness Guru show that we're calling it, this man was top of the list for the banter. So we're going to head in to Sheephaven Bay. I was here back in January, lovely pub, pat behind the bar so we can go in, have the run of the place for about 5 minutes, pull a few shy points, and we'll head in sound. Go ahead, guys.
Excited, eh?
Yeah.
Sound.
Mate, you're a legend.
No worries, no
Fair
worries.
play to you.
Thank you very much.
Say hi.
Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Do you want to credit?
That's a dream come true. Dream come true.
Done. It's awkward when you just whip. Awkward when you whip the camera in someone's face. I know. Take it easy. Thanks a million. Appreciate
we'll have
that.
a catch up. We'll have a catch up later when I get 10 minutes. But yeah, enjoy yourself. Catch you soon.
Constantly on the phone.
Constantly on the
School
phone.
bag on
Deals.
the back.
Deals.
Ask how you feeling.
Oh, you good? I've got my packed lunch in there. My missus has made sure I eat, get a good base layer before I taste the fine pint of Guinness. On the blower, doing deals, buy high, sell low. You know what I'm talking about.
Gotta love them. Right.
Right, everyone, fuck off.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Imagine that.
Right, I'm just gonna fucking leave this here.
Perfect.
I'll bring you around the pat actually.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Come on.
Pat. This beast is James
Hello,
Haskell.
mate. How you doing?
Hi.
James Haskell, nice to meet you. How's it going? You all right?
Yeah, good.
So
Come highly recommended, mate.
we just go in here like a pair of
I'm
Egypts.
just trying to pull them over.
Oh, Jesus, smash the fucking place up.
Because of the rug. Do you want to put your bag?
Yeah.
Or maybe no, keep
I'll
it
keep
close.
it, yeah.
How are you? Sorry.
How busy is this place at fucking 5? Oh, it's basically it's 5 o'clock.
Thursday's the new Friday.
Yeah,
according to Pat.
yeah, it is. It is. Everyone gets smashed up, and then no one goes to work. Does a half job today, and then don't even bother tomorrow. Whereas back in the day, you still, you know.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the grind days.
Yeah. Oh, cool. We'll go
How
to
are
Apple
you?
here.
Yeah, we're just
Waiting on Mr. Lowe.
Yeah.
we're going into
Yeah.
film.
Mr. Lowe.
Mr. Lowe. I thought you said leg. I didn't know.
Sorry.
Right, we won't be long.
No, whatever you want to do, you know.
I'll put my bag out of the way. Mate, I fucking you're way taller than I thought. I bet you get it all the time, don't you?
That's what they all say. Has.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
I was talking. You know Oisin Rogers.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, hold on. I'll set this up.
Fine. Oisin, yeah, because that's when he came up to me at that thing the other day, but now he sold it, hasn't he?
The Guinness Girl.
Let's get the pipes in there. Yes. What's that? You want to pour a pint of Guinness? Okay, I will. Fucking hell, size of you, mate. Wait, there's no way I can be standing this side of you. You're giving me the fucking big man.
I don't even fit on the
I like
screen.
Guinness too.
Yeah, fuck it, it'll be fine. Yeah, so you know he'll be delighted when he listens to this. You
Right.
know Oisin Rogers well.
I do Oisin, and I knew Oisin very well. Yeah, he's a good man.
I presumed because I thought I was Billy Big Balls. I was like, oh yeah, because Hask went in after my review. That's how you know. He's like, no, I know him from. He used to work in. Or
Yes, yeah, he did. I used to know him beforehand, but when I saw him, I went in again on my own. After your recommendation, and he came up to me. What are you doing here? So the Guinness Guru recommended me, but I did the same thing in Dublin.
You did?
I went to another place.
Go to?
No, I can't remember what the name it was, but it was unbelievable. It was. But I asked him, I said, what do you, the barman, I said, listen, I've been following this, what do you think about the perfect pint of Guinness? And he went, it should be served at such a nice temperature and should be, so creamy and smooth that you drink one and doesn't really touch the sides and you should want one again straight away. Kind of, do you agree with that?
Doesn't touch the sides, not
What do you
something
mean,
you normally want, but...
No, but what I mean is, you drink it,
I know.
kind of relax. Right, we're on to it's my Guinness point.
I think you should go for it. Have you ever poured a pint of Guinness?
I think I have, yeah, a few times, but I'm not sure it'll be any good, but I'll try.
Give it a go, give it a crack.
I don't imagine it's going to be, I'm not going to get the dome or all that crap on it.
Was that an Irish accent?
Yeah.
Dome.
Dome. Hello, it's a dome. Yeah. Oh, for sure, I can't get the
I
dome.
presume he knows about the two-part pour, but...
Yeah, of course I know about
see how he
two-part
gets on.
pour, yeah.
Get those fresh tats in there, very nice.
Inked up.
Absolute mitts, the glass looks like a half pint. That is a bit low, Hask.
Is it a bit low? I don't know, what is it like a...
Very low.
You
They say up to the harp.
Oh, is it? Did it?
Yeah, and then this is the marketing bullshit. You have to leave it up on the counter.
Oh, is that why I have to do it?
The whole pub.
Well, I thought we didn't mention Guinness because they keep stealing all your ideas and not giving you any credit.
Leave it down there.
Leave it down there.
Where's the Beamish?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear of Beamish?
Yes, I've always wanted to try it. I think what I quite liked, I mean, this is cardinal sin. First time I went to Ireland, I went to Cork, my first ever Irish trip, and I had Murphy's. I quite liked it.
And that's not a cardinal sin. That's acceptable. Island's Edge would be a cardinal sin. Have you even heard of that?
No.
See, Heineken is there having a shocker. He hasn't even heard of it.
What about I tell you what I want to try is that Conor McGregor stuff. That he cut all the quotes out of you and made it sound like you're the absolute.
You're my biggest fan, mate. This is brilliant.
I am. I know all about everything.
Right, so I would do pull it straight down.
Okay.
And some people kind of fap about it.
Yeah, I
pull
faffed
it
about.
straight down.
I faffed about.
Well, you wouldn't know that. Now, I'd never worked as an actual barman, but that's what I've learned in 3 years of.
If this doesn't go well, you probably will be back to a barman, won't you?
If I was lucky. Probably wouldn't get a job. I'd probably slate in most places. Right, so
Do you get any heat? Do you get any heat for slating people or what?
I didn't even check. Is this the? Did you? We both went out of this one, didn't we?
I don't know. I think I went out this one. Why? Would you have?
That's extra cold.
Oh.
And this is regular, but
I would do.
they feel the same.
Oh God, it's not a great start.
You should probably go, but that is.
That is a bit cold,
what I would predict would be you're going to get a massive head.
I hope so. You could have buy me dinner first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get a massive head on.
These guys are probably waiting for us to fucking.
Which one shall I? Which one?
Guys, are you looking for a drink?
Sorry, we don't actually work here. We're awful. Well, after seeing this, don't want it. Yeah. Sorry, man. Not after that. Sorry, Chief.
Yeah, don't give me that one.
Fancy the barman, guilty.
Right. So, do you remember what's the first one you did, or where you went?
I don't.
Half and half.
Just breaking the rules. I'm going to
Just
say
go wherever you think you went
I'm
from.
going to say, was I standing here?
I reckon you.
I did this one.
It was that
this
side.
one.
So he's gone extra cold. Terrible start. Don't let the nozzle go in.
I won't let the nozzle go in.
And then obviously straight.
Never let the nozzle go in.
Well, the head. Actually, I thought the head would be huge, but. And don't pussy out now. Don't. Oh, it'll be all right, mate.
My God.
Just put that up.
The
proud on the
domage
counter.
on that is next.
Don't spill it. Don't spill it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Making me laugh.
Simpson in the house.
You're making me laugh. Oh my God. I'm not even being funny.
Absolutely not.
That's got more of a lid on it than I have. My lid's bloody. Actually, we could both speak to the same hairdresser. Go turkey. They've got to go get us some turkey. We get a full setup, get my nashes done. Mate, can we just talk about this?
Yeah.
That is, I mean, oh my days.
Is aesthetically pleasing.
That is beautiful.
Right, swap this. Oh, yeah.
Right, go on.
Very unprofessional.
I'll go this way, shall I? Or do you want to go the same way? Actually, because the lighting will be bad that way.
Yeah. Come on. The lighting on the lid.
The lighting on the lid. Right.
Little sensor thing.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Did you push it forward or back? You know, if you push it forward, it goes a bit slower.
I didn't. I pulled it back.
You just went.
I went because I'm balls to the wall. But I mean, when we're looking at that artistry,
I don't know. I'm not going to beat you. There's no way.
Well, don't give in now. Homer Simpson. I love my Irish accent. Was just awful. Hello.
Your dome was better than mine.
Well, I'm actually, mate, the lighting on that dome mine has still got better than that. The heat on that. I'm going to get some of them flakes on it. You know, my mate does that. Just get the old charcoal flakes, just can't go out in the rain.
Oh, mate. No, I think I'm just going to shave it.
I mean...
You're hanging on.
I'm hanging on. No. Literally fingertips. I mean, that...
No, yours is better than mine, Haskell. I'll give it to you.
But look at also, you know, just because we're always looking at the colour at the bottom, aren't we, as you always recommend? I don't know, you went, because I went extra cold, and you've gone traditional. Yeah,
but like, feel the two of them. Do you think yours is colder?
Mine is slightly colder, I'd say slightly.
Right, let's, I have the back room, the fucking door closed. I don't know if there's probably people in there.
I might just, oh right, okay, fine.
Or we have the first up now.
Yeah, we'll have it here now, because I never walk around that, I'll spill that. I'll trip over something.
Sure, let's put this here for a sec.
Go on the lads, eh?
Two absolute rigs. What do you weigh?
Me, 126 kgs.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Standing a bit more.
Hello. That was you can't.
Fucking hell.
Oi, Guinness, yeah?
Yeah, actually, because Oisin Rogers said to me, he was like, that Haskell man is an absolute fucking monster.
I'm so charming, right?
Slancha. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Were you going to try split the G?
Oh, I fucked it a bit. I didn't drink enough.
I didn't even try.
Do you not?
Do you know what's a great thing in this place? All-style glass.
Yeah.
Do you know the whole all-style?
I do, yeah.
99% of the places in Britain you're going to get a new style glass, which has like the indent. I don't know. See a lot of like this. The guy who owns it, old school Irish chap. He'd be like, "Fucking don't give me any of those. That's a real thing."
Really?
Like, don't give me
because
any
aren't some of these on some of the writing on some of the glasses? Someone showed
has
me
the year and stuff.
Yeah, the year they got printed. Yeah, so that's a 21. It's a 21 new
I
style
wouldn't say
glass.
they.
Old style glass.
But even see that the way it has got like indentation. And stuff.
Yeah.
This is just
old school. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the way to do it.
We can really just fucking. No, right. We'll go to the back.
Fine.
Big interview. We're finished messing around there. Thanks a million.
Anything else, just give us a shout.
Yeah, thanks.
Might come back and do a round 2.
Might just have to.
And a round 7. Thank you. Sorry.
Proper setup in here.
Lovely. Oh, professional.
Don't let that Louis Vuitton bag
out of sight. Boy, look at that big bloke. But it'll go.
This one's about 50 tonight.
He'd eat the Guinness Guru. Oh, look at this, eh?
Bit wonky, is it?
I love how you're asking me. It's your fucking show.
Shit show. Don't know if they get the two of us in the fucking thing, 2 absolute units. Hi, Hask.
How are you?
Having fun.
I'm loving it. Thank you so much for having me on, actually. You know what, you've made me become obsessed with Guinness. This isn't even like spiel for the camera, because you're not paying me to be here, and those of you following me on social media know that I wouldn't fucking get out of bed unless it was big cash. But no,
he doesn't do any ads.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to do a few ads. You've got to keep the roof over your head, do you know what I mean? But I started following you ages ago, and I just love the whole.
I'm just going to close that. Sorry, Hass. Keep
talking. Keep talking.
Here. The mics are on.
They're
ever present.
Hi, welcome to the Guinness Guru with James Haskell. Sack the other prick. He's gone. And we're going to be talking about chat. I'd say beers, Guinness. But no, I got really into it. And I kind of loved the whole. Because when I first started working, listening to you talking about dome, that was quite self-explanatory. Shtick, I was like, what the fuck does he mean? And then obviously a different colour. But now I'm surprised at the number of shit Guinnesses that people are serving up. I mean, like the Guinness at Twickenham, I mean, I would say almost is borderline the worst Guinness I've ever had.
Plastic cup. £40.
Yeah, 800 quid. And there's when when there's no shtick. Yeah. It's not even any of it. And also, there's no dome, and it's sort of like it's almost like a watery head full of bubbles.
Anti-dome. It's literally like, what's the thing in geography where like something's like that? Concave or something?
Concave or inversion or inverted.
Inverted dome.
Public school, yeah?
Give me one. If I was to sit down here and interview you for an hour, give me one thing people always bring up every time, and you go, ugh.
What about me?
Yeah.
Oh mate, there's a whole laundry list of things people do. I'll tell you what, the one thing that everyone always brings up, because most people know me from kind of rugby, is the me running into the post against Wales when I was on for a try, hit and span, and I ran in.
That only rings a bell, and that actually wasn't on my list, but that rings a bell because you put that in your promo clip for the podcast.
Me making a porno at school, that pops up every now and then. The different show. I tell you what you've done here.
Do tell.
No, what you've done here is that you've now made me say all the bad stuff. You're like, I've got a list.
Yeah.
No, you fucking tell me what you bring
Well,
up.
I mean, we've got you and Marler.
Oh yeah, Marler's a big one.
The fucking thing with Will Greenwood. James Haskell drunk on TV. That's
Do you remember that?
Second thing that comes up when you. Do I remember that?
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be the main thing you're going to.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I forget. Do you know what it is? I get bombarded with so much stuff. The Joe Marler thing was interesting because everyone's like, you lost your head. Don't squirt with water, sir. And I was like, because thing was
for me more the podcast.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, obviously the original stuff, but I thought that podcast is to this day.
Yeah.
Again, sucking them off, but for me the best episode of any podcast I've ever seen. I've watched it 100 times.
James, you're allowed to do that. He sprayed water in my face. Review it again. He sprayed water in my face and I reacted. And he choked me with the scrum cap. That's not allowed. You're going to
Have you ever looked back at that incident and gone and listened to yourself go, sir, he pulled my scrum cap off and he squirted water in my face and you're not allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Have you not gone to yourself,
not sure I landed many blows.
No, because he squirted water in my face. Yeah. What do you mean? I haven't chucked a load of fucking
acid.
Yeah.
But you know what, I want in real terms, you go horror. That fucking bloke with the mohawk, the prick's throwing water in my face.
Was that the one when we was old podcast House Rugby, or the one with the new? Yeah.
No, the old one. It was probably 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And like Alex Payne was just
couldn't get hands on.
I felt bad for him because he's well used to it, but it was that was nearly the funniest part. And you're there. Did you have the Brent t-shirt?
Yes, yeah.
And a scrum cap at some stage or something. It was just...
No, because the thing with Joe is, he's actually really deep, and obviously subsequently he's come out with all kind of his mental health stuff, and I don't think it really happened around that point, but he can be very stop-start, so if you want to do something, he just interrupts it, so Alex Payne just couldn't get a handle on it.
Or he'd be like, I don't know, how are you? He's like, what do you mean?
That's what I mean, yeah. How are you?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
What do you mean how are
you? And they'll go 1-0.
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't understand. And so, but actually, when I did a podcast with him for a podcast I had called What a Flanker, and we talked about his mental health, and I would say that is one of my favourite interviews I've ever done.
Okay.
Because he was really sensible, and I said to him before, I said, listen, this can't be like a cock off, we can't fuck around because I want to get to these issues. And I said, as a teammate, reading about you turning up to training like in tears and not wanting to perform, I had no concept this was happening. So I kind of want to know, especially around men's mental health, what was that like and stuff. So he was amazing at that point.
Yeah.
What was the other thing you said? Oh yeah, the having a stroke live on TV, that was
unbelievable.
I think you'll have a sing song. It's important to celebrate a victory, whether it was the prettiest thing in the world. I think you've got to get round each other, ready to regrow next week.
That was mad, but what was the worst part about it was that Will Greenwood just didn't react at all, and I thought it was all in my head. Like I thought I was speaking fine.
Yeah.
But it basically, Chris Smoyles used to do it on XFM. They used to do something called a brain jammer. There's actually an app. If you put headphones in and do it, it's impossible for to speak. If you put your voice at a certain
was
delay,
it your own voice in your head?
Yes. So basically what happened is I had my own voice in my head, but I had it at a delay that was like a quarter delay.
When because of this very unprofessional setup, I would never have I've never done the whole headphones in the ears, but you obviously have.
Yeah, so we do
different stuff.
Yes, you do.
But is it right at the same second?
No. So what happens? What would normally happen is you wouldn't hear yourself, but you would hear. So if you and I were talking, I'd hear you in my head, and I would hear the studio. So they would be like,
okay. You wouldn't hear yourself.
You wouldn't hear yourself, but you'd be like,
that's the whole thing.
Yeah, but what he does, he'd put myself in my head, but at a delay. So as I was speaking, you'd hear as I was speaking, it would just go around, and it's impossible to talk. Your brain can't compute it.
So it's like if you started talking, and then I just started repeating you 2 seconds later, you wouldn't be able to.
I couldn't be able to. You can't think. And then basically, as I was talking, when I first started doing it, I thought I was having like a stroke because the whole world started moving because it was messing up my head so much. I thought I was falling over a bit, and I thought, do you know what? I'll just keep talking. And then they asked me about, what do you think the boy's going to do? And I was like, yeah, probably get around the change room, having this sing song. And then I looked at Will Greenwood, and he went, yeah, and then answered, and I went off with a lawnmower, and then I mowed off down this on the Twickenham, and he went, and I came back and everyone was laughing. I said, oh God, that was mad. I sounded like so weird in my head that no one else heard that. And they all started laughing, and my phone just went, everyone's like, you're fucking drunk, mate, you're pissed at the Twickenham, you're on drugs. I was like, what, working for Sky?
It just surely, it was probably randomers first, because they're the ones watching it. Twitter, this cunt is drunk on Sky, and then I presume the family or friends caught on, they were like, mate, I probably don't have to tell you this, but...
Yes, that's what it was. It's not, I don't know, my favourite thing is, when you ask about what's happened to me, it's like, I don't know if you've seen this. And when they go, I don't know if you've seen this, and it's like me running into a post, Owen Farrell kicking the ball on my head, me squirting Joe Marler with a water, squirting me with water, or like I said, having a stroke live on TV. People go, I don't know if you've seen this, like, of course I fucking seen it. It's me, you dickhead.
Sure.
I remember.
I'd be there and really some big thing would happen with Guinness, or some pint would go absolutely viral, and you'd literally, your DM message with 4,000 messages. I don't know if you've seen this, mate.
Well, what do you have any comeback about the Guinness stuff? By the way, look at that. Great shtick. Well, could be better.
Get it closer.
It's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty good, wouldn't you? I mean, you're the expert. You're the guru.
That's good. That's good shtick. Good.
That flew down as well. Like no hassle. I'd say that I would go probably for one that wasn't extra cold now, because I just don't think you need the extra cold unless it's already kind of a nicely chilled pint. Do you think?
Yeah, but again, when we felt them, I didn't feel a whole difference.
But what is the idea behind the extra cold? Do you know what is more refreshing?
The idea is that, as far as I'm aware, it never really. I remember in Ireland when I was like literally, as I just started drinking, so I wouldn't have been drinking Guinness, because now it's cool to drink Guinness as a young lad, but it wasn't like 10, 12 years ago. And they brought out extra cold just to make it taste less. Like remember they did it with the Heineken. And like when you're young, you're just like, oh, that's nice and cold. They did it with Guinness. It stuck in the UK. I think it lasted about 6 months in Ireland, and everyone's like, get that shit out of here. So like anytime I go doing like reviews around the UK, it's like some of them will ask you extra cold. Sometimes I totally forget, and then I get it, and I'm literally like the showing. For me, when I know it is like, I do the reviews sometimes in 2-3 minutes, like that. You just inhale that pint. But if I can't hold on to the pint, and I always keep the Guinness in my hand, and if I'm going fucking hell, then I know it well, and you can taste it's absolutely freezing. I don't think like
that's not that cold. It wasn't that cold.
You're not going like fucking brain.
No. Yeah, but that's what someone can be. That cold can be. Really? Do
you fancy another?
Yeah, we'll get another one. Pour another one, I'll get you another one. Imagine that, like 8 hours later, we'll be like, listen, I love you.
Right, James Haskell part 2.
Yeah, I mean, this is unbelievable. Right, so this dude just rolled in here, and I was obviously too scared to carry this pint of Guinness because my domage was sensational.
It was fucking good.
Some would say probably the best it's ever been seen, but this guy came in, honestly, just wiggling his hips, didn't even spill any of it, just dumped it down. I was like, Lance, needs me food. I was like, absolutely not. Rig is going to look after itself, isn't it?
Well, I'm good skinny. It's like, like a gimbal.
Yeah.
For like a camera.
Yeah.
He was literally,
he was there, working it.
The points are just staying still.
Mate, but if you honestly, that is the perfect Guinness gimbal, just like that, rolling round. Right, what do you reckon this is? I say this is traditional Guinness now.
Yeah, no, he asked, did I want regular?
Oh, perfect. All right, you laid it on the line.
And that's when I remember coming here the first time, and Jim, the lad from Donegal, I think he's from Donegal, the guy who owns the place, he was the first person in 10 London pubs I did over 2 days. He was the first person to say, do you want regular or cold? So you wouldn't mind them having the cold, but if they offer you, do you know what I mean? So
I would say, can we appraise the first pint? I would say I thought it was a very good pint. I thought great shtick. Domage, you're welcome. What we
Hey, you move in, you're an absolute fucking unit.
Sorry.
But also, you're going to hit.
That's right, it's fine. Wait.
We have to drink these right now because there's a very limited, it goes bad very quick.
Does it?
Yeah. That's the beauty of having the microphone there.
Go.
We fucking forgot to split the G again.
No, I didn't split the G, but I did split the heart. I'm not being funny, but that is pretty accurate. And were we saying that? Oh, it's gone up now. Pretty not quite
good.
close. Yeah, but that's not bad. Didn't split the G, yeah.
But yes, I think people don't really know about the whole, like, once, and this always happens when I'm filming, I'll go in and then they'll put it on straight away and someone's like, no, just wait, because I want to be all set up with my fantastic setup.
Fantastic camera. People think there's a cameraman. It's not. It's like something you would get from Argos for like £10.
It's a very steady camera.
Let's put it this way. Not sure the Guinness Guru is earning much cash, but we're having a great time while we're doing it.
That's why I'm here to get along.
Right, talk to me right. Can I ask something?
But yeah, fuck it, you ask.
Yeah, right. Because obviously of all the reviews and everything else that you do and you talk about everything, what would be your 3 key things for a good pint of Guinness that the average person, because I've learnt them, I can probably tell you what they would be, but I want you to tell them so I can repost this and people will be like, oh, that's what's important.
It's tough, like if you're not going to bring in like atmosphere or the barman or
Fuck all of that, don't care.
Fuck all of that.
I don't care if it was in a car, I don't care if you served it in a Portaloo, as long as, all I care about is the pint.
I shouldn't say this, but I will, old style glass.
Fine.
Because if you go somewhere in Ireland and you get a new style glass, you just know they're not that dedicated to it, because I think this is just shit I hear through the grapevine.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure when the new style glass came out in 2012, pubs were offered them for free, and then the price of the regular glasses, I think Guinness, this could be total bullshit, I think Guinness always gave out the glasses for free.
Right.
You could get the new style glass for free, or you could pay like €1 or €2 a glass.
Right.
For the old style. And a lot of the hardcore old man, that's like, to describe a good pub, I would say old man pub.
Okay.
Describes itself.
Yeah.
Thanks
for explaining that to me. I know I played rugby, but I can't understand what you're saying. Yeah, fine.
They would, those pubs would just pay the extra because they know that they have got regulars who have probably been drinking Guinness there for 40 years, and you're going to give them this new style glass with all this indentations, and he's going to say, fuck off. I don't want that. So, also a glass.
Is that an Irish accent? Because that didn't sound anything like an Irish accent. Just
that's an old man.
Right, fine.
An old Irish man.
Fine.
Different accent.
Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Chicken.
Fuck off! Sounds like Sean O'Brien. That's hard as the road. Do you like a pint of Guinness?
That was one of the things I was going to talk to you about. But we'll stick to the subject at hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old style glass, it's just got to be creamy as fuck.
Yeah.
Which I'd say these are pretty creamy.
But also the indicator for the pretty creaminess is the initial taste, but also the way the shtick on the glass. Can you have creamy?
To be up for debate.
Right, okay.
You can have a creamy pint, I hate to say it, but you can have a creamy pint without perfect shtick, but generally I find like 85% there is a correlation, okay. But there is sometimes where I go, maybe the glass, I don't know, has just been cleaned in a weird way with like too much product or something.
Fine,
it's
okay.
Thick, and then it just
whizzes away.
It's just like, where's the shtick? Whereas it's great on this. So yeah, my heart wants to say shtick is the third thing.
Fine. But you don't want to lie to your audience.
No, like the third thing would be just kind of drinkability factor.
Fine.
Do you know, like you said, it just goes, you know, you get to a pub, like that one just said, you get in, that first one is gone in, if we were chatting shite, if you're here by yourself, that first one would be gone in fucking 2 minutes.
Yeah, especially if you're scrolling on your phone, you'd look up and be gone.
Yeah, exactly. So, what was it? Also glass, creaminess, drinkability factor.
Drinkability. Is there anything, I mean, what I learned from watching you was, old style glass, was the cream was the shtick on the glass, the creaminess, and also you talked about kind of, I think one of them, like the colour at the bottom, like in terms of that little bit of like. Yeah,
so a fun fact about Guinness is, if I said to you what colour is Guinness, what would you say?
Well, you initially say black, but that's rubbish because it's it's sort of almost like a reddy burgundy colour, isn't it? Like,
it's ruby red.
Ruby red,
as marketed by Guinness. So if you look up, I can't really see it now, to be honest.
I think on my one you can.
If there's a lot of light shining through, you'll see at the very bottom.
Yeah.
You can actually see through it, and that would indicate it's not actually black.
Fine. But is that? I thought that was a sign of kind of like, if you can't see it, you're like, Jesus, what the hell's in that glass?
Well, then you'd be worried, yeah.
Well, I mean, I've had a few pints of Guinness where there's been absolutely zero shtick, zero bubbles. Well, there are loads of bubbles. It's whizzed
that's
straight
another
through.
big thing, bubbles.
Fine.
You don't want bubbles. And yeah, I suppose if you can't see through it, then there's probably fucking bit of tar in it or something.
Okay.
Well, you brought up Sean O'Brien. That was
Yes.
something I wanted to talk to you. 2017 Lions
Yes.
score.
Yeah.
That seems like a lifetime ago. It's crazy.
It does.
And you were roomed with Sean O'Brien.
Oh my God, that was,
And
yeah.
obviously all of Ireland's, especially people from Leinster like myself, would have loved Sean O'Brien.
Yes, what a boy, what a hero, what a
talk me
player.
through the first 30 seconds walking into that room.
Well, I mean, I sat next to him on the bus, and I wanted, it's going to sound really kind of self-aggrandising and indulgent, but I wanted Sean O'Brien to be like the English version, a little Irish version of me. Do you know what I mean? I was like the English version, like loud, like, you know, back row, big rig, whatever. Thought that he would be the same. And actually he is to a certain degree, but also, you know, he's also a feral farmer from, you know,
Carlo.
Yeah, Tullow, or whatever it is. Yeah, Tullow.
Shout out Tullow.
Jesus, yeah, Tullow. And I mean, I remember when I interviewed him and he said that, you know, he almost killed himself when he jackknifed his dad's tractor trying to reverse up a hill, and that's his first paycheck. He bought his dad a new tractor. So we were sort of talking about these things, but I knew that it was going to be interesting when I shared a room and he just went for a shit and just shat with the door open, just like early doors. And I'm like that, going, you know, like public school, stiff upper lip, going, oh my God, this is awful. This is awful. There's an Irishman in my room. It's vile. So, you know, pulling the door open, right? And then
Was he trying to like lay down the law, make a statement or something?
well,
or was he just not give a fuck?
I just don't think he gives a fuck. And then every night he'd teach me a cow kicked Nelly in the belly in the barn. Or that's some sort of song. But then the worst was my wife sent me a gift box. And it had like a bottle of Johnny Walker, because I'm partial to my whiskey. I know obviously the Irish fans, I do like Irish whiskey a lot.
See how the night goes.
Yeah.
Top shelf.
And top straight away, glad. And it had like Ferrero Rocher treats, and it'd been put on my bed. And Sean O'Brien's got massive big dick mitts, like big sausage fingers, like farmer hands.
Yeah.
And it arrived, he just torn it open, helped himself to Ferrero Rocher, had a little swig of this and that, and I was like,
You barely even had a conversation so far.
Will you fucking calm down? It's room treats. It's treats for the room. I was like, fucking hell.
It was on your pillow.
I was like, what's room treats? Just relax, Ask. We're fucking doing too much.
Don't know how I feel about that impression.
That's how he does. Ask. I saw a couple of birds. I was as hard as the road. Get in the van. I'm like, what? That was his chat. And then we had one chat where he's like, he kept saying, get in the van, pop the trunk. I was like, fucking.
To be honest, I don't even know half of that fucking farmer lingo either.
Yeah. Well, I don't know it's farmer lingo. I think it's just Sean O'Brien being a fiend lingo. But he was great, and like, what an incredible player. Obviously, he scored that. Ended up scoring the try of all tries on that tour. Yeah. And I loved him, and he. But yeah, what a professional. I mean, there's a few times I had to vacate the room. You know, there's a couple of times. Like, do not disturb. And I remember, like, I'm night before like midweek test, and playing a test scene because I obviously wasn't as good as Sean. And I'm sitting there going, any chance of me having my room back?
Wait, what was going on?
Well, I mean, I couldn't properly stay on camera, but let's put it this way. He's taking shit. Fuck. Well, no, because he shat with the door open, so he must have been doing something else in there. But I remember sitting there calling my wife, like, yeah, hi, so how things are going before the first game? I was like, yeah, I'm in the corridor. Sean's busy. Shut up, Ask. Yeah, for fuck's sake, Ask, shut your fucking mouth. I was like, sorry, Sean. But yeah, apart from eating all my food, taking the piss out of me, what he couldn't understand is that I was like kind of high energy, but as soon as he came into the room, or we'd have a chat, but then I'd be working because I was editing a book. It's like, I can't get my head around you, One minute you're all the party guy, all chat, and then you're coming in there, you're all sad, you're all having a sad day. I was like, I'm not sure, I'm just working. sad.
Working equals sad.
Yeah, he was like sad if I wasn't out there chatting to him and going mad. But he, I love him. I couldn't love him anymore. I'm gutted that I know he had so many injuries, but fuck, what a career, man. Yeah. Unbelievable. And also to come back from that hip injury and still get to play for London Irish, collect so much cash. I mean, I don't know how many tractors he's bought now, but he's got a fucking lot of them.
You must be in line for one.
I would, yeah. I had a JCB. I mean, I remember Sean loved it. I did work with JCB, the digger company, and for a year they gave me a digger, and I had a digger on my driveway at home. So basically, I would go and get home from training, get into it, go around to the neighbour's house, and they wanted me to take out like 200 trees, level it, do all this ditching, and I'd be in there listening to house music, driving through the village, something like that.
You did about 4 trees, and then
then the 4 trees went straight through someone else's house. No, I didn't. No, I loved it, honestly. My wife was like, "Are we really having a digger on the drive?" I was like, "Yep, made it, babe. Yep, guilty." Boys with their toys, isn't it?
Yeah, man. And then go back even further.
Yeah.
I think let's call a spade, fell in love with James Haskell.
Okay.
With the whole Owen Farrell.
Yeah. Look, there he is. Hey? Owen, you right? Nah, we have some fun though, don't we? Well, we're good mates, Owen and I. Like, he's always doing this, he always pretends not to want to talk to me, but he actually does. Isn't that right, Owen?
You're on the video because you've got your top off.
Whoa, see? He's always like at me, but actually behind closed doors, he's always like, "Oh, Haskell, I love you. Like, we're such good mates. Like, let's go for a coffee." Isn't that right, bud?
No.
Yeah, no. He's for no means yes up north. You know, he goes no, but he means yes, yeah. We're always like going out laughing. He kicks the ball, I catch it and pass it back and stuff like that too.
You don't catch it.
Well, sometimes I catch it. I'm learning to catch. You know, we'll get you there. Hey, see you later, Owen, upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, see you.
See you, mate. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it was literally David Brent reincarnated into James Haskell, and like self-proclaimed Office best show of all time.
Yeah.
And like, you'd put your own little twist on it, and I just remember thinking, like, I don't even care about the rugby, this guy.
But I think you know what's really interesting, a lot of times with rugby is that fans are very possessive and kind of very nationalistic. So like, you know, I loved all the Irish players. You know, when any team, the Lions saw, I loved the Welsh players, loved the Irish players.
Yeah.
Always got on with. Ireland was the hardest team I ever had to play against, and we always got beaten at the Aviva. I mean, I've said it many times before. You know, as soon as we got there, it'd be St Patrick's Day, start raining.
It feels like it was like 5 years in a row where you had to come over and play us on Paddy's Day.
Yeah, play on St Patrick's Day. It would start raining. You'd send that little wizard out who put a spell on everyone.
Mickey D.
Yeah, he put a spell on everyone, and then we'd lose. Yeah. Right. And so I always found it quite hard, but I always loved it. And actually, you know, one of the things that I think fans find hard sometimes is that they would read my books, they'd read like What a Flanker or Ruckby, or they'd see the Owen Farrell stuff, and they're like, you know, we want to fucking hate James Haskell because he's a prick, but we like his humour. And actually, I think as I've got on, and as I did the Lions tour, and the Irish boys kind of came back and said he's okay, the Welsh boys said he's okay, the Scottish, I mean there's only 2 Scottish people in there, but said he was okay. It kind of helped me, and that stuff with Owen Farrell, people still bring it up to me today. Like I met someone the other day and they said it, and it was great, and it was completely off the cuff. He didn't want anything to do with it. Like, Owen and I have always got on well. Very different people, obviously. Yeah. He's a super professional, well-talented, you know, very talented rugby player, and I'm an absolute media whore with middling to fair talent. But he, I
know which I'd rather be. Media whore.
But he was great. But I had to stop it where I once got some Lego figures sent to me, right? Not by a fan, and the fan had designed these Lego figures, and there was a little James Haskell, that had a little angry face, but like the Hulk thing, and it had Haskell in the back of the wash shirt. And Owen Farrell, and mine was very strong. And Owen Farrell, and my wife with like gym kit and stuff. Right, and then so I was bored. We had the 3 figures, and I like set them up. Like my wife bent over, Owen Farrell hanging at the back of it, and me like watching with my Lego hands in the air. And I remember I posted it online. Yeah. And said, you know, fucking hell, what's going on here? And Owen just messaged me like, what are you doing, mate? Like, it's not funny. Yeah. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll stop all the wind up.
Fair enough. But was he like,
no,
what are you doing? I'm not mad on this.
I think I wonder if he still gets it now as much as I did. But it was just, every time I saw him, he would just be there. And I'd be like, oh, best friend. And he's like, fuck off. I was like, always doing that.
And was there ever any like, anyone from them? Because you were definitely a bit of a lone wolf in terms of like, I'm sure the other lads, just because someone's an international rugby superstar doesn't mean they're mad for the camera, like. And I'm sure there was other lads kind of like, was anyone ever like, Haskell, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, all the time. So especially with the England squad, they'd call me the mole. They'd be like, get your fucking camera away. Yeah. But I would never post anything. Like, you know, like some of these lads always like stitch themselves up by posting stuff on a night out or post themselves doing stupid shit. Yeah. Mine was never that thing. Mine was always about kind of trying to capture something we were doing. But, you know, as soon as I did it, everyone was like, oh, fucking hell, Haskell's got his camera out, oh, watch out, social media. Yeah. But it was more of a way of getting to me. I think with what I remember in team sports is like anything that you can get shit for, I give it to you. So I would give everyone shit because that's the kind of person I am. But theirs would be being a media whore, put your camera away, oh, you're a mole. Right. And they'd all freak out. That was mainly with England, actually. I think with and actually under Ed Jones, it was quite cool because I think under the other coaches, I wasn't really as empowered, but under him, because he showed me respect and stuff, I was able to do a little bit more.
Yeah, okay.
And actually, it was never negative. Like the stuff with Owen was more me laughing at myself and more showing him as being like so professional that he's got absolutely no time for it.
Just worked so well.
Yeah, but it was also because he unintentionally kind of played up to it, you know, by
That's
just
what I
going,
mean.
fuck yeah.
If he was just like, all right, mate. If he literally came and put his hand around your shoulder, you'd be like, fuck's sake.
I know.
And the camera will go away.
Yeah.
Him being like, go, no.
He was spot on with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, fuck's sake, Hats, mate, I don't understand. Well, put your fucking camera away. Why are you doing that? And I just love it.
Right. We can talk all night. We might not. Hask, plug whatever you want to plug. Here's to fatherhood.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's wetting the baby's head, this. Baby Bodie, little girl, we're in.
Sláinte to that.
Sláinte.
Good health. You know sláinte means good health?
Yeah, good
It
health.
just means health.
Sláinte.
So
Am I saying it right now?
very-
Sláinte.
some people say sláinte.
I said sláinte.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, fine, sláinte. Don't worry about
But you
it.
just sound like you're doing an Irish accent.
Yeah, well, I am.
You
It's a Irish word.
kind of your shoulders going like sláinte.
Sláinte. How are you? Hello.
So cheers to that. Tell them about the new podcast.
Yeah, I've got a new podcast called A Moose Douche coming out on the 7th of September, and I've got a new track coming out on Toolroom on the 16th of September called Bodie.
This could go out after this.
Fine, perfect. Well, I've got whenever it's coming out, just
say it again and say my new podcast is, and then I'll just pick
my new podcast is A Moose Douche.
Is/will be.
And my new track is called Bodie. It's out on Toolroom. If you like your music, if you like your humour, choose one of them. If not, just give me a follow on Instagram, because why not? I'm a bloody legend.
Fair. 2 quick fire questions off the top of my head. DJing, podcasting, gym shit, all of that stuff that you love. Favorite thing?
DJing.
Yeah. Didn't even ask him a single question about it. Oh well, next time.
Next time.
Maybe you should do a quick fire to start.
Well, yeah, but hold on. I think we should do. I mean, if this goes down well, this is, you know, what's the name of the park, Bob?
The Sheephaven Bay.
The Sheephaven Bay, unbelievable pint of Guinness, by the way, flew down. But I think we should do, when you come back to London, we'll do a couple and some other spots and revisit it.
Oh mate, I thought you were going to say we do a big rave in here. I was like, Pat would feel with that.
Different clientele, actually. There's a little work going on outside, but I think we should
Clientele?
Clientele.
Is that French? Clientele.
I mean, again, write in at home if you know what that is. I thought it was always clientele. No, you would
He's
say,
more educated than me. So.
You would say the clientele here or the clientele.
Okay.
It depends how you're using it in a sentence, I think.
Last question. Rugby World Cup 2023 winner. Ooh. One word. No bullshit. One word.
France.
Fair.
Or Ireland.
But
Maybe England? I don't know. Definitely Ireland or France at the moment. 2 best teams in the world.
Cheers.
Sláinte.
James Haskell. Mad bastard.
Good luck editing that.